We want to begin today with a 10 News alert out of Pinellas County. A trial that captured the attention of the nation came to a close today. Thank you for joining us here on Midday. I'm Allison Croft. 20 years in prison. That's the sentence just handed down a few minutes ago against Michael Drejka. The 49-year-old was found guilty just 6 weeks ago in the manslaughter death of Markeis McGlockton outside of a Clearwater convenience store. 10 News reporter Eric Glasser is live at the Pinellas County Courthouse this afternoon with details behind the sentencing. Eric?
And then claims the protection of the
Well, Allison, there is a press conference going on right now where Michael Drejka's family and his attorneys are speaking about the verdict. Let's listen in.
It was also important to speak to the people who were disappointed over the Amber Geiger sentence when she killed an unarmed black man, Botham Jones, in his own apartment and only received 10 years. There, the punishment did not fit the crime. I am so elated that Attorney Rayner and I get to look at this family and say this case was historic. This case was precedent setting because it showed that equal justice under the law is possible in America for black and brown people too. Also, for those supporters who were so disappointed, Michelle, in Texas, where we see over and over again the courts throw the book at black people and brown people when they are accused and convicted of a crime. But to see when it's reversed and you have a dead black person lying on the ground, there seems to be all the consideration and sympathy for white murderers. Well, today, thanks to the prosecutors and the judge, they said in America, this day, we will have equal justice under the law. And so Brittany Jacobs can tell her 4 babies that the killer of their father did not get away with murder, did not be able to sweep his life under the rug. And for people of color, that's such an important precedent. It overturns the precedent 7 years ago what that jury in Sanford, Florida did. And Pinellas County, they have set the new precedents when people try to think they have the authority to kill a minority based on stand your ground. So each day we get a little closer to justice. The journey for justice is long. Thank you all for leading that journey to justice, Brittany, Monica, and Michael. And certainly with this great lawyer, Attorney Michelle Rayner.
Right now you are listening in. That is Benjamin Crump. He is the attorney for Markeis McGlockton's family. Again, the sentence just came down for Michael Drejka. He was sentenced to 20 years behind bars. His family is talking right now. They made impact statements in the courtroom earlier today during the sentencing for Michael Drejka, who again was found guilty. We're going to listen in for just another minute again for more from the family of Markeis McGlockton.
Far too often, when black lives are taken, our lives are not valued as much or as equally. That's why there's a movement called Black Lives Matter. And I'm so thankful that we had a prosecution team that valued Markeis's life. Not only I believe it was apparent in trial, but it was also apparent in the sentencing. And it was also apparent in the sentencing, this refrain that always tends to happen when black people are killed by the hands of white folks, that once again there's the victim shaming, the victimization of the criminalization rather of the victim, essentially the assassination of Markeis's character. And I'm so glad that the prosecution didn't let that sit.
Once again, you are listening in to the family members of Markeis McGlockton. Michael Drejka was convicted of manslaughter in the case a year ago when he shot and killed Markeis McGlockton outside of a convenience store in Clearwater. That sentence just handed down a few moments ago, 20 years behind bars for Michael Drejka. Eric Glasser is there. He's been in the courtroom all day today. He is listening to the family. He's going to have a wrap up of what happened today in court coming up at 5 o'clock. You can hear the impact statements and you can see a timeline of what happened over the last year. That is available for you right now at WTSP.com.